Welcome to our virtual Katy Info Night. We're doing our best to replicate your experience as if you were here at King Drew. So for those who don't know me, that's probably most of you. My name is Mr. Brookins, and I'm the proud principal of King Drew Mannequin High School. And we are so looking forward to you all becoming future Golden Eagles. And why should you do that? Because King Drew has a long legacy of success, and that we know your students will be great additions to our King Drew family. So we have a great event planned for you. We know you're going to have a lot of questions. We are doing our best effort to replicate the experience you would get here at King Drew. Hence, I'm standing in our beautiful lobby at King Drew Mannequin High School. So the event is going to be great. We look forward to you joining the family. And thank you all for joining us this evening.
Hello, everyone. I am so happy for you to be here with us today. My name is Elizabeth Soto. I am the Magnet Coordinator of King Drew Magnet High School of Medicine and Science. And our goal today is to invite you inside our school, for you to get to see a bit of our campus, for you to get to see some of our programs, and more than anything, to also give you information as to how to apply to King Drew and all the steps that you need to take to fill out the eChoices application. So now let's begin. We're going to start with our CTE, our Dr. Charles R. Drew Simulation Lab. And Jessica, it is your turn.
Good evening. My name is Katy Hernandez. I am currently a senior here at King Drew, as well as a senior ambassador. We are currently in our simulation lab, and I'm here to show you our dental table. As you can see here, we have different models of our teeth and how to care for them. As you can see here, we have our upper and lower incisors, our upper and lower canines, and in this section here, we have the way your teeth will develop from an infant to an adult. And on this section here, we have an example of what your teeth would look like if we were to consume smokeless tobacco. And as you can see here, the teeth are very decayed and unhealthy, and we learn how to take care of this and preventing cancer in the throat and mouth. I will now be passing it along to my fellow ambassador, Delilah Conchola, who will now be showing us the anatomical mannequin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Delilah Conchola. I am a senior ambassador. I was in the clinical and technical educational program my 10th grade year, and now as a senior, I am taking the medical capstone course, where we practice procedures and study towards being certified in our desired career pathway. I'm currently working towards being certified in clinical medical assisting. Behind us, we have the anatomic mannequin. The anatomic mannequin can be controlled to give students a real life experience with healthcare patients. Behind us, we have the viewing area where our teacher will be viewing us and studying how we perform and grading us on how we perform with healthcare patients. Next, we will have Jessica with the Anatomage Table.
Good evening, parents and students. My name is Jessica Ojuku, and I am a senior ambassador here at King Drew Magnet High School. Over the course of 3 years, I've been in this Charles Drew Simulation Lab, where I was able to gain experience working and communicating with patients as well as healthcare providers. One of my biggest accomplishments was being board certified as a clinical medical assistant. This is my second year in this class, simulation lab, where I'll be certifying in clinical laboratory technology. So I'll be showing you one of the many things I used over the course of 3 years. Over here, we have the Anatomage Table. And in this table, you are usually working in a period of 3 to 5 members, where we work on a case to figure out a cause of death. An example would be for this brain here, and what
what we would do would be working with team and figuring out how old the patient was and what the cause of death is. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ariana Garcia, and I am a senior ambassador. Right now, we are currently in the Martin Luther King Jr. Leadership Center. The Leadership Center is home to many of our King Drew students and all of our leadership classes. Leadership is a class that you will be able to take your second semester of freshman year. You'll be able to apply, and if you become a part of leadership, you'll be able to plan all our school-wide activities. So I highly encourage that you take advantage of that. Hi, my name is Brenda. I'm also a senior ambassador. The Leadership Center is also where you're able to take theater production. If you're interested in it, you are able to take it your junior or your senior year. As you can see around the classroom, there's also historical monuments about Martin Luther King Jr. Now we were going to the college office.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jane Gutierrez, and I am a senior ambassador. Today, I would like to introduce you all to some of our many clubs. Here at King Drew, we have plenty of clubs for everyone to join and be able to join at least one. I would like to begin with our Interspace Clubs like Cooking Club, our Crochet Club, and Anime Club. Next, we have our environmentalist clubs and academic-based clubs like robotics, our Omega Mentors, and our Principals Council. And finally, but most importantly, we have our inclusive clubs like Black Student Union, our Nigerian Student Association, and our Gender Sexuality Association. And finally, we have our student-led support services, which will be spoken more about by Michaela.
Hello, my name is Michaela Jackson, and I'm also a senior ambassador. And today I'll give a quick overview of our support services. So first, we have our peer mediators who help mediate certain problems that students may be going through with somebody and help mediate them and really bring peace to the campus. Second, we have our college peer counselors who help our seniors with our admissions or anything, just there's every step of the way. Then we have our senior mentors who help mentor ninth graders, help them keep them on the right path, grades, and as a friend. Then we have our senior ambassadors who help promote King Drew, this beautiful campus.
Hi everyone, my name is Xeri. I am also a senior ambassador, and right here we have our college office. This is home to our 20 college career counselors and our wonderful college advisor, Mrs. Golden. College career counselors, or CPCs for short, help their fellow seniors apply for college and everything through the college admissions process and everything after that. The seniors can come in here to talk with their CPC officer or Mrs. Golden about their college apps. Underclassmen, that is freshmen, sophomores, juniors, can also come in here and get acquainted with Mrs. Golden in the area so that they are ready for the college admissions process when their time comes. If your child is elected as a CPC officer in their senior year, like I said before, they will be tasked with helping their fellow seniors through the college admission process and applying for FAFSA, that is the free application for federal student aid. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we will be showing you our simulation rig. I was currently in the simulation lab, and now this is our simulation rig. This rig helps us in training to become an EMT, also known as an emergency medical technician. As you can see here, we have another anatomical mannequin where we learn how to do things such as CPR and learning how to take care of a patient out in the field as if we were an actual EMT.
Okay, hello everybody. This is our gym. This is where numerous of activities happen, such as our Latin eggs performance and other performances. This is where the basketball team, as well as the volleyball team, practice and have their games. We have both a boys and girls volleyball team and a boys and girls basketball team. So I hope to see you guys on the team on the court.
Thank you so much. And it's good to see everyone again. So I wanted to give you just a bit of an overview of what our campus looks like and go into our rooms with our special programs of what we have to offer. We are so proud of our campus. We are so proud of our family here at King Drew. So we wanted to give you just a little view of our campus, but also for our spring semester, we are going to be organizing tours, and we're going to be opening our doors to parents and prospective students. So let me go ahead and give you more information on that, on how to apply to King Drew. Okay, so by now you should hear about the echoices.luz.net website where you can apply online. There were some paper applications available at schools, but really there were not that many. So the top choice is to apply online. And guess what? Our Parent Center has just told me that they are more than open and available to assist you in on how to fill out the application. So if you have any issues or questions, then come to King Drew and just ask to visit our Parent Center, that you're here to get assistance from our Parent Center, and they will get you all the help that you need there. So it doesn't have to be scary to fill out this application. Okay, so in the application process, you do have the ability to choose up to 3 magnets. Now, we suggest that if you really want to come to King Drew, if King Drew is your #1 choice, then definitely only put King Drew as your only choice. Because what will happen is if you only choose King Drew, then if for any reason you do not get selected in the at the first process, then you will be on our waiting list. And guess what? Things change depending on our numbers, depending on who accepts and who is coming. We definitely always go to our waiting list. We call you and we ask you to, if you're still interested in attending, if you want your prospective student to attend King Drew. So that is only possible if you put King Drew as the only choice. If you select other magnets, what will happen is that LAUSD will try to put you in one of the 2nd or 3rd choices. And if you're selected in your 2nd or 3rd choices, then sadly, you will not be in our waiting list. And we don't want that to happen. We want you to come to King Drew. So November 12th, everyone, November 12th, 5 p.m. You need to have your application completed by that time. If you do not, then it will be considered late. And the late window opens until February 1st of 2022. So do not be late, get on time so that you can be on our waiting list. And again, our Parent Center, they're more than open to helping you out. And if you go to our website and you go to parents and then you click how to apply, you will find detailed information that you need on, how to get to the LAUSD choices. You get to different questions answered. I mean, hopefully we'll answer all of them today. Now let's look at some of the tips that we have for you. 1, you need to have an email address that you check regularly. Did you hear me that? Not so if your parents, if you have an email that you use regularly, use that. Students, if your parents are not, as tech savvy as you are and you have an email, make sure that you use your email if you're going to check it regularly, because that's where you're going to get confirmation that your application has been accepted. Also, you can get all your information on time. And if you get selected, you'll know right away as to what are the next steps that you need to do to get into King Drew. So how is this whole magnet application? How do you get selected? Well, the eChoices is an online application. We have already discussed the online due date. So let's look at priority points. So priority points means that you get a certain number of points, and that's how students get selected in these magnet programs. If you're already in a magnet program, then you get the matriculation points. If you have been trying to apply to other programs, If you have been trying to apply to the programs, you get 4 points up to 3 years. If your homeschool is overcrowded, if your homeschool is a FABAO school, you also get 4 points. And if you have a sibling that is already attending King Drew, then you get 3 points. So based on your points, it's a little bit of, the point system and a little bit of lottery. Okay. So right here, you just see a few images that you probably have seen or will see. And let's see. So this is how we start. So of course, you're going to choose magnet programs. Then I'm sorry. Then you get the portal for the parents where you need to sign up and make sure that you have the email that you're going to be using correctly. As a parent, you're going to go ahead and fill in your full name and information and address. And again, if you want to apply to LAUSD, you need to have a Los Angeles address. And then I will also discuss a little bit more about our Compton students. So this is the timeline. This is the timeline of when to apply. December is going to be the deadline, is the time where you're going to get your confirmation, the receipt of confirmation that eChoices had received your application. Then this is February is when yes. I was going to say also there's the late applications are open, but yes, for all Compton applicants, the final report card, which is actually the fall report card, you do have until February 4th, 2022 to email it to echoices@lausd.net. Then March, choices on time applications. This is when you get the letter sent to parents. And also you can see, you get an email as well. And you have early April to accept or decline. If you do not respond, you need to make sure that you respond, because if not, students will be sent to the resident school. In April, this is when the waiting list and late selection process begins. May through August. Now, if you see that you get selected for on the waiting list, this is the time that you should definitely contact us and let us know where you are in the waiting list. What are the possibilities of getting into our school as well? And we definitely also make phone calls to our students on the waiting list when we have openings. Now, there's another question about transportation. Yes, we do provide transportation if the applicants reside outside a 5-mile radius. So if you're outside a 5-mile radius, then yes, you will get transportation. Unfortunately, Compton applicants do not qualify for transportation. So just a little bit more information of our school that you did not hear in the presentation previously. So we are a full magnet. We have approximately 1,600 students from grades 9 to 12. We have over 120 feeder schools. Our make of our school at this moment, 56% Latino, 44% African-American, 89% are socioeconomically disadvantaged. And all the other information was presented from our senior ambassadors. But let me just tell you one thing. For our 9th grade incoming class, they get a lot of support. We give them a new student orientation. We provide Summer Bridge, which is a week of instruction that takes place about 1 to 2 weeks before the first day of school. And that assists in acclimating your student into our campus, getting to know the building, our grounds, getting to know teachers that are going to be teaching them in 9th grade. And above all, just creating that King Drew culture that we enjoy. We want them to also get to know each other so that they have friends on the very first day of school and they don't feel like it's something nervous or something too new. We also have Katy Family Welcome Night. And at the beginning of each semester, we have grade level assemblies. And definitely our school is very college culture. It's all about getting our students into higher level learning. And here we have a picture of our fabulous Lisa Golden, our college advisor. And she pretty much oversees the college office. And she is amazing in getting our students all the information, all the details that they need, the scholarship information, financial aid, anything that questions that the students have, she is there to assist. And she goes far and beyond and giving the information to our juniors, giving information to our seniors. So she's always making sure that our students have all the information available to get to college. And these are just some of our numbers. We have already discussed our support services. I know some students had asked me previously as to which are our APA classes that we give. So this is a list of our AP classes. The percentages of going to college, our distinctions, and of course, currently our brag sheet is also, we're working on that because, you know, we did go through a quarantine and pandemic. So that definitely affected in us being able to get our numbers. But I just wanted you to see what is the trend at King Drew. And these are our King Drew Magna High School community partners and programs. So for our medicine and science careers instructors, we have Ms. Morewhite and currently myself as well. For our CTE pathways instructors, we have Ms. Harris and Mr. Holloway. And these are community partners. We have next door, Charles R. Drew University. We have Genesis Shields for Families, LA Trade Tech College for a CTE program, the Martin Luther King Jr. Outpatient Center, UCLA Medical Center in Westwood. We have the VA in West LA. We have the VA Ambulatory Care Center in downtown. We have the Watts Healthcare Corporation, and we have 118th Street School Elementary for any of the students that are also interested in education. And what's great about King Drew is that we're always working on trying to get even more community partners. What I wanted just to show you quickly is some of our projects from previous years, from our students that attend in different sites. And again, this was quite different last year because we were all virtually learning, but definitely our students that did receive some of the hands-on training and also being able to shadow doctors, nurses, and practitioners and techs. These are some of their projects that we are so proud of. Of course, we cannot show you video of inside our sites because of patient privacy. But definitely very proud of our students for all the work that they get to do and all the observations that they get to do as well. And one of the things that I tell my students is making connections and making certain relationships with the staff. And they create such a lovely culture where each and every place that they go to, they create friendships, they create a family. And many of them are able to get the guidance needed to what is it that they need exactly or experience for nursing, being a doctor. And this is a little bit more of our just athletics. Just, I know that there's some, you know, that yes, education is great, you love it, but what about athletics? Some of you are into being an athlete. Well, here you go. We have a little bit of everything. And these are some of the clubs that were mentioned earlier, but just in case you wanted to see a visual. And at the bottom left, if you see, these are some of the student-led events, which is pretty amazing. We have our leadership instructor, Dr. Johnstone, that definitely, you know, has molded and guided our students into being leaders and to guide different groups, but these events are incredible. Oh, let's go to questions. So you can put your questions in the chat, or you can go ahead and just either raise your hand or unmute. Okay, the question is, LAUSD students need to submit grades? No, LAUSD students do not need to submit grades. Only students from Compton. Si tienen alguna pregunta, también pueden ponerla en español en el chat. O también lo pueden hacer en español y yo lo puedo traducir. Just telling people if they have a question in Spanish that I can also translate the question and answer it. And thank you so much again for coming and attending. So the question is, how many magnet points are usually needed? Okay. What's most important is actually to apply on time. You are competing with everyone else that has all these points, but at the same time, it's almost like lottery. It's very random. And King Drew does not have the capability or choice to choose. So definitely just make sure that you have your application on time. Yes. The question is, e-choices is the only application that needs to be filled out to attend King Drew? Yes. For Compton students, what do they need to submit? You also need to submit the e-choices application. And then you also need to submit the report card for the fall semester of 8th grade. Okay, the question is, for the choices application, what do I need? It's not a lot of information. You need just your name, your student's name, your address, answer a few questions, but it's not a lot of information. Definitely, let me repeat this again. You have to have a good email that you're going to check, and also a good phone number, because we need to make sure that it's going to be a stable phone number that, you know, that we are going to be able to contact you, and a good email so that you can see, you know, if you were accepted, if you were placed on the waiting list. That is key. That is why, you know, sometimes we get numbers, openings, slots at our school, because people do not check their emails, or because people do not have a good working phone number. So that's two things that are key: a good email, that you check regularly, and a good phone number. Okay, the question is, how many 9th grade students from LAUSD are accepted each year? Actually, that varies from year to year. For this incoming, actually, thank you, Christian. He answered the question on the chat. Approximately 450 9th graders are going to be accepted. And also for this incoming year, we are also going to have slots for 10th grade. So if you have a 10th grader that's interested, you should apply as well. Okay. There's a question in Spanish. I'll answer it in Spanish and I'll answer it in English. Estoy en la lista de espera. ¿Tengo que aplicar otra vez para este año? Sí. Tienen que meter solicitud cada año. The question was, I'm in a waiting list. Do I need to apply again? Yes, you need to reapply every year. For the most part, we do accept, we have definitely 9th grade. We have spots for 10th grade, but at this moment, usually it's a no for 11th and 12th. The question is, about how many ninth grade applicants do you get? Well, we get about 800 applications. Okay, and actually, if you look at the choices booklet also tells you previously how many applicants or how many prospective students applied. On time only counts.
So the average class size is like range from like 300 to like 500, and then it just cuts down.
Okay.
It cuts down like as we progress. Like my first.
Sorry, I think you misunderstood the question. They're talking about not class size as in, she was thinking class size as the grade level, but right now the average class size is 30, which is actually, and that is the max. The max is 30 students per class. There are some classes that are smaller, definitely. I've seen classes that are 22, classes that are 19, but definitely the max is 30. And as a teacher that has been teaching for 24 years, let me tell you that 30 is a perfect number. Gone are the days of when we used to have 40 something students in a classroom. Not anymore, not at King Drew. The max is 30. But the average, I would say, is even less than 30. Which AP courses do you offer? Okay, I'm gonna have one of my ambassadors write the website again. If you go to the website, you will definitely see the list. I did provide the list of AP classes during the presentation, but if you go to our website, you will see all of our list of AP classes. And I also have some of my ambassadors answering questions because they, of course, are the ones taking classes.
So we have AP Human Geography, which is usually like 9th grade course, but only for certain students in cohort. Then we have AP Computer Science Principles. And we have AP World History for 10th grade. We have AP Psychology for 12th graders. We have AP Environmental Science, AP Biology, AP Chemistry. Those are some of the AP courses that we have. Thank you.
There's also environmental science offered, calculus AB and calculus BC, computer science principles, which is a science class, computer science A, which is a math class, world history, United States history, government, econ, French, psychology, Latin, Spanish, and Spanish for Spanish speakers, Spanish literature, studio art drawing, along with various other art electives offered by Ms. Audrey, 2D and 3D design, and English language and literature.
Okay, so the question is, can students take geometry in 9th grade if taking algebra now? So during summer bridge, they do take a test because we want to make sure that they have the skills. And many of our students that, pass the exam definitely take geometry in the 9th grade. Are there any other questions? And again, if the application seems to have been too much or complicated for you, or you just don't want to make any mistakes, again, you can definitely come to our campus and just ask for our parents center to attend the parent center because you're here for assistance. That's all you need to say. I'm here to visit the parent center because they're going to assist me, and definitely they will give you, they will go through step by step with you online to fill out the application as well. Okay, so if there are no further questions, just know that this meeting is being recorded And we definitely will have it available for you if you need to, watch it again and, have any of your, if you have questions, for example, and you need to watch the video, then it will be available. And also I have 2 more info sessions tomorrow at 11:30 and 12:30, and also on the day that is due, November 12th at 11:30 and 12:30. And it is the same Zoom link that you used today. And do not hesitate to send me an email as well. Oh, I'll go find it. Okay. Actually, what I'm going to do also is if anyone of my ambassadors can put the eChoices application link on the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much too. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming and listening and being part of our, presentation. Being here at King Drew for 24 years, it says something. There's a lot of our staff members that started young here and are still here, and that we've built great relationships. And that's, I think, what we want to show you, that this is what King Drew is all about. I know that a lot of times we hear about family, but definitely we are a family, and we care about our students. And not just that, it's just the culture and environment that we create is very accepting, welcoming, that even within the students, there's a bond that's created between them. So thank you so much for coming. And can I have one of my ambassadors please put that link on the chat? I appreciate it. Thank you, Jane. So you can go ahead and there's the link if you want to save it. But again, you can go to our website as well, kingdrew.net, click on parents, click on how to apply, and it'll give you a step-by-step as to what is it that you need as well. It'll give you the link to the eChoices application too. Okay, thank you. Is this Isabel? Is this Isabel, the person I know? I don't know, I'm just wondering. But thank you so much. Thank you everyone for coming. Those are the links there on the chat. That's right.